Moonlight stars a whole bunch of people playing one character, Chiron, and by a whole bunch of people, I mean three different people. And it's directed by what was it, Barry Jenkins? I'll put that all in the description below. And this movie is more or less about focusing on this one character named Chiron, and it kind of shows him going through life in three different acts. The first act is him as a young child. The second act is him as a teenager to a young adult, and the last act, the third act, is him as an adult. And he kind of goes through all these different phases of how people don't quite understand him, and he kind of has to deal with that. And that's kind of what the plot of this movie is, even though it doesn't exactly have a plot. But I'm completely fine with that. So, what did I like about this movie? First off, this movie, I can't really think of any flaws, really. There goes all the cons. And I can't really say too much about this movie because I think you should see it and experience it for yourself. Because if I say something too in depth here, then it might detract from your experience there. So that's why I'm not going to talk too in depth here. But I can say that the performance in this movie really worked. The first act of Chiron's life, I think his name is Alex Herbert. Hibbert, I think that's how you pronounce it. He did a great job in this movie. I was surprised because child actors usually aren't great. I mean, not great. I mean, they're either hit or they're miss. Yes, but this one was a hit, so I have to give props to him for that. Even the other two were great. They were on par, if not better. What else can I say? And everyone else did a great job. As for the characters, they're either hit or miss. This outside of Chiron and his friend Kevin, played by what was his name? Andre Holland. It'll be in the description. Don't worry. And there's also the mother in this movie. You don't really like her simply because she's kind of an alcoholic, and but by the end of the movie, you start to feel sympathy for her, even though she's not really in the movie too much. And I'm not sure. I'll have to look up who portrayed her. Sorry. And other than performances, the filmmaking was really, really good. I was very surprised by this movie. There was a little fight sequence-ish thing at the very beginning that you can't really tell what's happening, but at the same time you get the point of what's happening. And so I'll give it a pass. And what else can I say? I feel like I'm saying what else can I say too much, but the problem is, like I said earlier, I don't want to detract from your experience from this movie. It's the truth. I don't know what to tell you. But that's just about all I can say, really. As for issues that I have with Moonlight, I really only have one. It's technically not an issue, but I'll tell you anyways. And it's the fact that this movie as a whole, it's great, but I don't find myself rewatching it ever. Because it's kind of like one of those movies where it's you can only really watch it once. It's not like Schindler's List that like, oh, it's too upsetting to rewatch again. No, it's more or less kind of like Boyhood, where it's a great movie, but you don't really see yourself rewatching it ever. That's basically the case for here. But all in all, I can't recommend this movie enough. I'm gonna give Moonlight an A out of an A plus. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned because I'm gonna be getting my review up for Incarnate tomorrow, hopefully. So stay tuned for that, and be sure to subscribe. That way, I will return from the realm of Foley Nation. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.